welcome back. This is part 3, the finale of the mini-series all about semen retention. If you haven't watched the other 2, I would advise you to go back and enjoy the show. So I've discussed NoFap, but actually I had the chance in late 2021 actually to practice semen retention with a female. I kind of explained the journey that I was on, and she said that she would be down to support me with my journey. Because actually I realized through previous sexual experiences in my life that, I'm all Mr. Lover and Mr. Sensual and Mr. Passionate, and as soon as I would ejaculate, I'm looking to get the hell out of there, if I'm honest. And some will say that's because I wasn't with the right sexual partner and there wasn't a connection, but I know what I felt, and more time I wanted to get the hell out of there. So I realized before I came on the semen retention path to hold out as long as possible, so we can both enjoy Mr. Lover, So yeah, unconsciously I was practicing the art of not letting go for some time, until I started understanding the powers of semen retention and actually not letting go at all, not just having sex for an hour and then just bleh. With semen retention, as a male, during sex we can actually experience multiple orgasms, not just one and we're done, we're off to sleep or whatever. We can keep going and going, and we can fuel ourselves with this life force energy and channel that elsewhere. When engaging in sex, we should aim to be reaching about 90% the way of climax, and in this moment to pull out, to stop, to squeeze, and to breathe. And when that energy cools down a little bit, we can go again. With doing this, we can actually go on forever, as long as we don't give in and we're doing our exercises and we're holding in that juice. You can go on forever as long as your partner's okay with this. And actually, when I was with this female, I never actually released, but part of me did see the succubus energy come out in her, and there will be a time when the woman is actually lusting for your life force. So guys, be careful of the succubus energy. It's definitely a real thing, I can confirm. A true divine feminine will support the masculine on his journey and would truly want the best for him, because actually practicing semen retention will benefit both of you, will improve your sex life and your general well-being overall. So yeah, don't be selfish out there. Any females that are watching this, there's a lot of information to learn, practicing it together, many benefits, guys. Yeah, so sex, sacred energy exchange. Sex is more than just the physical penetration. Nah, it's an exchange of information, of energies, and this could be a dangerous playground for our consciousness. Me, myself, I learned the hard way. For some years I was engaging in sex with a lot of escorts. So not only was it bad for me taking on their dark energies, but actually it was quite bad for them too, because I had a lot of dark energies inside of me that I was unloading onto them. So we have to pay attention to who and to whom we are engaging with when we are taking part in this sacred energy exchange. The woman is generally the receiver. So if you are just freeing up yourself to a guy and he's unloading all of his problems on you, all of his stress, his trauma, man, you're taking that in, because human beings, we are like computers, we are engaging in sex is like downloading someone else's software. So yeah, be cautious, guys. Me, I'm not fooled by good looks. I'm a man that I read energies, and your energy comes before your curvaceous bum or your nice soft skin or your lovely hair. If you have dark energies going on, with inside of you, best believe that I will not be fooled by that. So guys, we need to look past the physical and actually see what it is we are engaging with. And like I said, I've learned this through past negative experiences. Let's not be fooled by the physical. There's more than the physical going on. So let's look deeper into what it is that we are taking part in. Okay, so there's a few techniques I'm gonna delve into. I'm actually gonna expose myself here. So I developed this before I started the journey of semen retention consciously, and this was mainly when I was having sex with escorts and stuff like that. Obviously there isn't that same connection as if you'd be with a sexual partner, so I guess this was more easy for me, and I was a lot more disconnected, so this actually made practicing semen retention a lot easier for me. So one of the things I used to do, because that moment when we enter the vagina, that nice warm vagina, it could be easy to be like, ooh, and just not know what to do and just so actually one thing to do is upon entry is to kind of distract yourself, have a look around the room, observe what's going on, look at the curtains, look at the radiator, just observe the room and take your mind away from, oh my god, this feels so nice, blah blah blah. Another thing that I used to do, and this is what I mean by exposing myself, I used to recite some rap lyrics in my head, man, and I used to think of just kind of rap lyrics, and I used to go over them in my head for like the first, I don't know, until I was feeling safe and secure in there, and I kind of breached past that first bit of like, oh my god, this feels so good. So that's something you can do to kind of take your mind off that initial like, oh, literally after a minute or two of distracting yourself, you'll then be in the driver's seat and you'll have control, and you won't be a victim to premature ejaculation, and you can then rock the boat, and you're free to do your thing. When we're constantly ejaculating, we are weakening our muscles down there. I believe it is the pelvic floor muscle. Now, one way to strengthen this muscle, the easiest way, that's something that we can all do starting from now, is when we go to urinate, when we go to the toilet, when the urine is flowing, is to contract, is to stop, release, stop, release. And in doing so, we are now training this muscle. And actually, if I sit here now, and sometimes I do this in meditation, I'm squeezing on this muscle, the pelvic floor muscle, which is kind of like, your balls, your anus, just that kind of region. I believe in the yogic scriptures, it's called the Mula Bandha. So this is something that you can do, and because I've been practicing for some time now, I can feel the energy being dispersed around my being. And upon release, if you're constantly releasing and you're depleting your energy, you're not going to be able to hold on to this, and you're actually just going to be really loose there. So at the point of entry into the vagina, you are going to have no control. If it gets too much and you get too excited, you're not going to have that power to squeeze and to retain your semen, and it's just all going to be over, and you're going to be stuck back down here. You're not going to be pleasuring your woman, you're not going to have no pleasure, you're just going to have that quick release. And that release, guys, is cheap. Let's face it, it's cheap. It's like someone doing heroin, that quick moment, when really it's not serving you. It's not serving you at all. So what we need to do, we need to strengthen this muscle. Just go, start today, start now. When you go to the toilet, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. And even throughout your daytime, this is something you can do. It's just consciously, hold it for a few seconds and then release it. Hold it and release it. And with time, you will be able to feel that energy flowing through you. Trust me. Another thing that you can try is what's known as the $1 million point. Now, if you grab 3 fingers and you place them in your gooch, on your gooch, shall I say, which is between your balls and your anus. I haven't tried this with sex. I think that'd be quite awkward, but I've done it with masturbation before. where at the point of just before climax, you kind of push, you apply pressure in that region of the gooch, and you can actually experience the orgasm without, you know, making a mess, shall I say. Now, me personally, I believe that this breaks the semen retention streak, because I don't know the science of it. Like I said, I'm just talking from my personal experience, but I have felt the drip in consciousness, the downfall of consciousness after I have done this sort of thing. Whether that was the guilt or the shame, I don't know, but for me that is actually still breaking the semen retention streak. But if you do want to not ejaculate and make a mess, you can try out the $1 million point. It's a good point to start from, to kind of understand that you don't have to physically ejaculate everywhere to enjoy an orgasm. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. You can catch me on Instagram at Undeniable Force, where I'm most active, and I'm also doing one-to-one video sessions, you know, kind of coaching you guys on subjects like semen retention, the plant-based diet, fasting, meditation, and other daily practices that we need to begin to incorporate to improve our lives, to retain our life force, and to be running an optimum level. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Peace.